Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Stephen Cheese Garden Services. Thanks for clicking on the thumbnail and joining me. Pricing videos on YouTube.
God, I hate them. I really hate them.
And yet I'm making one. I don't know.
2025, I
Can't believe it's 2025. So when I started gardening, I was £5 an hour, and I was 14. Oh, how it's changed. I'm still of the opinion that I'm not in favour of hourly rates, and yet most of my life I've been on an hourly rate one way or another. So what's the answer? There's no real answer to the question of what you should charge, because we all know we're all in different situations. Some of us are retired and got a pension. Some of us might have a house portfolio of rented houses and have income coming in that way. So I can only really speak for myself, what I do and what I charge. There's lots of gardeners out there, and they're all very different, and they all charge very differently. And then there's lots of customers out there, and they all have very different opinions on what a gardener should be paid. I've had clients so far this year, new clients, so I've quoted for them. One lady, and I quote, said, "I don't think gardeners are paid anywhere near enough." I had a guy or a lady, and I was paying him £18 an hour. She said I thought it was far too cheap, and I told them that as a customer, and I offered to pay their transport costs as well. I've gone ahead and booked this customer for around about £30 an hour. I prefer not to do hourly, I prefer to do price, but some of the jobs that I come across are very difficult to gauge how many hours I'll be there. So in those cases, I'll default to my hourly rate, which is 30. That used to be £25 an hour. It seems to be going down very well with the customers, probably because they'll get an awful lot of work from me for an hour for £30 with high-end equipment in my van. Most people probably only have 2 hours. Sometimes I'll charge £75 for 2 hours. Sometimes I'll say it's a £75 job, and when I'm finished, I'm gone. Sometimes I'll say it's £60, but it's £60 for the job, and when I'm gone, I'm gone. The other day I had a job that was 2 hours for £60, and the lady wanted to get a car on the driveway, and I said to her, I haven't finished. She said, "It's okay, just go." But she was fine. I said, "Do you want me to whatever, you know, do this, that?" She said, "No, it's fine." So that was an hour and a half. Like I said, every customer is different. Mow blows and goes. I am not against mow blows and goes. I would absolutely love to do mow blows and goes. I've worked a few in now and again, but how on earth anybody would get like a business just mow blows and goes, I do not know. If you can tell me, please tell me in the comments how you do it, because the majority of people I've had over the last, I'd say 15 years, because 20 years I did more or less working on an estate. I did do outside the estate jobs, but mostly for the estate. But the last 15 years, I don't seem to attract very many lawn mowing jobs, mow blow and goes if you like. I do prefer them, and they are pretty much easier to give a price to. So like if you said £45 and you could be out within an hour or something, fair enough. But what I am seeing, and I have been seeing for the past 15 years as a professional gardener, is that people will say to me, as a professional gardener, can you prune an apple tree? Can you prune the laurel hedge? Can you prune cherry trees and things like this? And the lawn, they just say to me, my husband's doing the lawn, so I'll leave that to him. I'd really like to get myself some more mowing jobs, but I don't know what it is in my area, but they all seem to immediately ask what your hourly rate is, because they've been so used to getting an hourly rate off the previous person. And you can quite easily convert them to price job. But if they were paying £50 for 2 hours and the guy was making it last 2 hours, and then you come and do the lawn, and you do the lawn in an hour for £50, the trouble is the client will clock you, and if they're not happy, I don't know why, but they seem to not be happy with the fact they used to get it for one price and now they're paying double in their mind, even though the job's done to the same satisfactory level. They just don't like you making money. I think sometimes it's all right for accountants and architects and everybody else to make money, but when it comes to gardening, it seems to be like people don't want to pay you, which is, I can't work out for the love of God why, but I think the problem is that there's so many cheapo gardeners out there that obviously the problem is they don't value their time. I don't know why, but that is the problem, that they'll do the job for a lot less money and then realise that they're doing it too cheap and be gone, and then that's how the problem comes about. They don't stay. These business startups start off really cheap, and what is it, most businesses fail, is it within the first 3 years or whatever, and then we're left professionals picking up the pieces and trying to explain as to why it's so expensive to, you know, to run a business. And that's the thing, and it's so hard to explain. There'll never be one price fits all gardening jobs, because as I said, every gardening job's different and every customer's different and every gardener's overheads are different. I think my prices at the moment are the highest that they've ever been, and as I said, I prefer doing price jobs because obviously I make a bit more, which is all well and good if I know exactly how long a job's going to be. You know, for instance, if it's a hedging job and I know I'm going to get it done in under a day, it can be 350 and happy days. You know, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're in, you're out, you're gone, the customer's happy, the job's done, the hedge is tight, level, square, straight, strimming's done under it, stuff's bagged up and you're away, and it's all done within a day. So you got those clients. Then you've got clients with spraying jobs. I've got my spraying license, my PA6 and all that, and knapsack sprayer, so I can do that. You can obviously do that. I charge a lot more. I don't do spraying hourly for a driveway, so I give them a price. So any weed spraying. Some weeding jobs, if I'm 100% competent, I know how long it will take, if it's half a day or if it's going to be a day, I'm quite happy to put a price on. Hedging jobs, again, like I said, easy to put a price on them normally, but I get a lot of my customers, sorry, are regular, so they come back time after time, week after week, fortnight after fortnight, so it's easier sometimes to do an hourly rate if that's what they want. So really what I'm saying is I'm a blend of both hourly rate and price jobs. It normally runs at something like half of my hours are done on an hourly rate, which helps with the overheads, doesn't it? I think. Don't know if people agree with that, but I find it helps that I know that I've got this regular amount of money for 12 months of the year coming in from the regular work, and then I've got the priced work later on. And I am pricing lawns when I get lawns, but I don't know why in the south of England, whether the lawn sizes are smaller or whether I'm targeting the wrong houses with the advertising or what, but it seems like a lot of my clients are physically able to push a lawnmower or whatnot, or sit on the ride on themselves, or they've got a robot lawnmower, I don't know, but the majority of them seem to be fine. And then of course we've got No Mow May coming up as well, so it just kicks off. I've started mowing now, it's February, and March will probably be good for mowing, and then sometimes people, you know, in May turn around and say I'm doing No Mow May, but hopefully that won't be a problem. I only get one or two, it's not too many, but then you get that as well. What I would say to anybody just starting out and just starting a business, please don't go in too low on price. If you go in too keenly priced because your book's empty, your diary's empty, it'll be so much harder further down the line to increase your price. And if you do go in like £20 an hour or 25 or whatever, and it's too low and you're doing too much work for that £25 in return, you won't build up enough money to be able to buy the kit, the equipment that you need, the higher end stills, Husqvarnas, Hayters and things like that you need later on. And when you try and increase your price from a lower price, take it from me, it's a really hard thing to do, and it doesn't always, you know, go in your favour. So just bear that in mind. I'm thinking this year I've got a few larger gardens where I can see there's plenty of work to keep me busy. So I'm quite happy with the hourly rate of being around £30 an hour because there's so much to do. So I feel like the job's just going to keep on going. But obviously the ad hoc work, which is the one-off work, if they just said, the same client said to me, I just want the one apple tree done or this one job done, it would be obviously more. I couldn't do it on an hourly rate if it's a one-off. So I think I've basically covered that in saying that, like, hedge cutting I do on a fixed price and patio washing I do on a fixed price, and fertilizer spreading I do a fixed price for that, and lawns, if I know how long I'm going to be, I can give a fixed price. Like I said, with the bigger houses, if you're going to be there all day and it's going to be £200 a day plus, then I think it's fine to be on an hourly rate, which is basically a half day rate or a day rate. It's fine. So like I said, with me, it's going to be a blend this year. I hope this is of help to anybody running a business, starting out or whatnot. I'm not too worried about the competition in my area because I'm only one guy. I'm not 20 guys strong. I don't have loads and loads of people. I don't have to look for loads and loads of work for loads and loads of staff. So I've been there, done that. I should have said this at the start of the video. I think whatever works for you is best. Don't listen to what any old fool says on YouTube because they're talking out of their, well, thingamajig. So yeah, whatever. If it was working for you, don't go changing anything you're doing if your system's been working for years or whatnot because somebody on YouTube says you should do this, that and the other. But I mean, you go on Google, and I've said this I think on camera before, and you type in on Google,
how much do gardeners charge in the UK?
And it will come back and it will say, I think it says, well, the one I looked at was £30 to £60 an hour, depending on what you do. But it all, like it said, it all depends on what you're doing. And one of the biggest things is how hard you're going to be working as well if you're on price. If you're on a price job for 200 a day and you work really slowly, you're not going to get it done. So you won't get paid. It will be 2 days. So you'll be on 100 quid a day, won't you? It takes you 2 days to do the job. So obviously I can't, on the other end of the camera here, I can't tell you how long something's going to take. Right guys, humble apologies. At this point in the video, the sound completely went. I don't know, I was using a little mic, so I'm just recording on the camera sound at the moment. Several days on from when I filmed the video you've just watched. Do apologise for it. All I was going to say was please like and subscribe to the channel if you like this sort of content. The video you just watched, I wasn't overly happy with it. I don't know if I was tired or what was going on. I watched it back and I did the editing, as you can see, and I don't know what was wrong with me on the day I filmed it, but I was getting frustrated with, I think, hopefully that came through in the video. I try to get across to the customers how expensive it is to run a business and why we have to charge what we charge. And what I charge is a very reasonable amount of money, but sometimes it's really hard to explain that to customers that, I don't know, just don't get it, I think. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like and subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm going to make more probably going out videos. I seem to enjoy those more, showing you what I've been up to, things like that. I don't really like talking about money on YouTube, but I thought I'd just update you where I'm at and what I'm up to this year. So it's a mixture of, as I said, price jobs and hourly rates. Anyway, thanks a lot guys. Take care. See you in the next one. Bye.
Hedge trimmer buzzing, it's my daily grind. Pruning them greens, keeping pathways aligned. Lawnmower roaring, grass gets tight. Neighbors saying, yo cheese, that yard's out of sight. Power wash blaster, driveway gleam. Spraying that dirt off like a pressure dream. Flower beds bloom, petals on display. Steve and Cheese in the garden, working all day.